The first round in Europe, the Belgian Grand Prix, held this year at the Zolder circuit. Last year it was at Spa. The year before, 2 years ago, it was here that Gilles Villeneuve had his tragic fatal accident. But Ferraris are here in force, and they're on the front row of the grid. On pole position, Michele Alboreto in Ferrari number 27. Alongside him in Ferrari number 28, René Arnoux. So as they go off on the warm-up lap, 27 is Alboreto, 28 is Arnoux. In third place on this warm-up lap is Keke Rosberg, the Finn, in his Williams Honda. And fourth quickest in practice is the English driver Derek Warwick in his Renault number 16. Then number 11, the black and gold Lotus Renault of Elio De Angelis, and the sixth quickest car is the yellow German ATS of Manfred Winkelhock. So with the warm-up lap completed, the field, 26 cars, come up to start the 70-lap race. Here come the starting lights. The red light, there, and now the green, which will start the race. There is the green, and Keke Rosberg falters and barely gets away. Nelson Piquet had to drive over the grass to get round him. That's all the dust that's flying. But Keke Rosberg is left standing at the start and has to work his way all the way up from starting 26th and last. Meanwhile, Michele Alboreto's gone into the lead with the Ferrari. Derek Warwick has made a good start in the Renault and is in second place. René Arnoux' Ferrari is third as they come round through the Lucien Bianchi corner. In fourth place is the ATS of the German Winkelhock. In fifth place, Elio De Angelis with the Lotus number 11. And in sixth place is Alain Prost with the McLaren number 7. Over the brow and round the back section of the circuit, that's the corner where Villeneuve was killed 2 years ago. Alboreto pulling out a lead on this first lap. Derek Warwick still in second place with the Renault. Still third is René Arnoux. Fourth, Manfred Winkelhock. Fifth, Elio De Angelis. And sixth is in fact the American Eddie Cheever now. He drives for Alfa Romeo. Completing the first lap, still the order is the same, and the first three cars are pulling away from the pursuit. Alboreto, Warwick and Arnoux pull away from Winkelhock. That's De Angelis and the black car number 11, the Lotus, through the canal turn for the second time, out of the Lucien Bianchi corner, and on down the back straight goes Alboreto, Warwick and Arnoux in Ferrari, Renault and Ferrari. Still Winkelhock is fourth in the yellow ATS. Red Ferrari, yellow Renault, red Ferrari, yellow ATS, the first four cars. The Zolder circuit, just over 2.5 miles long. A tight, twisty circuit that is very hard on brakes. And particularly at this corner, this is the first gear corner, called the Boulderberg corner. And now Alain Prost, in sixth place, the man who's leading the World Championship, has an electrical problem which leads to engine failure in his red and white McLaren. He goes slower and slower and pulls off to retire. Now, Nelson Piquet in the white Brabham number 1 is working his way up through the field. He passes Elio De Angelis on the long straight. So Nelson Piquet in the Brabham BMW going ahead there of the Italian Elio De Angelis in the English Lotus with the French Renault engine. Meanwhile, Keke Rosberg has come storming up through the field after his delayed start. Here he passes Patrick Tambay in Renault number 15. All the time coming through from having started at the back, working his way up the field. He's now in 8th place. Now Rosberg passes Eddie Cheever's Alfa Romeo, chops across in front of him and sets off in pursuit. He's now 7th. Sets off in the pursuit of Elio De Angelis. Lap 24, and Nelson Piquet passes René Arnoux to take third place. Alboreto still leads in the Ferrari. Derek Warwick is still second in the Renault. Nelson Piquet is now third for Brabham, and fourth man René Arnoux comes in for a fresh set of tyres. Keeps the engine running, on go the new tyres. These pit stops normally take about 10 to 15 seconds. One front tyre is difficult, and this is a slow one. It's 18 seconds before René Arnoux gets back into the race, and he's lost several places. That's Eddie Cheever, who, after a good drive up the field, has to abandon his Alfa Romeo with a smoking engine. He's not pleased about it. And now Rosberg, all the time moving up after that disastrous start, has come all the way up to fourth place and passes Nelson Piquet into third place when Piquet runs wide on the corner and goes on the grass. Now Derek Warwick makes his stop for fresh tyres. He's in second place now, Alboreto still leading, and this quick pit stop only drops him to third before he gets back into the race. Just 11.5 seconds before the car gets underway again. Meanwhile, Alboreto laps the second Brabham, Teo Fabi. Behind Teo Fabi, car number 3 is the Englishman Martin Brundle in the Tyrrell. And Alboreto runs wide. His car goes off onto the dust, but no damage, and he's able to rejoin the race without losing his lead. However, he comes straight in at the end of that lap for a fresh set of tyres. And so quick is his pit stop that he's able to change his tyres and get back into the race without losing his lead. Off the jacks and away, and the stopwatch tells us that it's 11.34 seconds that the car was stationary. So Michele Alboreto is back into the lead, back out on fresh tyres, and from now on he drives to the end of the race without putting a wheel wrong. That's the German Manfred Winkelhock in the ATS car, who retires also with a smoking engine, having driven well in the early stages. Plenty of good battles all the way down the field. This is Patrick Tambay lapping Jonathan Palmer, but the two cars at the back of this quartet are number 11 Elio De Angelis and number 4 the German Stefan Belloff, who are fighting over 5th place. They work their way past Jonathan Palmer, and Belloff tries to close the gap on Elio De Angelis. Here is Keke Rosberg making his stop for fresh tyres, but this is a stop that doesn't go as well as they hope. One wheel is slow at the back and the car is delayed. Finally it's clear, and he rejoins the race in 6th place. The stop took 15.7 seconds. After his stop, Keke Rosberg wastes no time in catching up with the battle for 4th place. René Arnoux at the front, but Keke Rosberg at the back passes first Stefan Belloff on one side, then chops across and passes Elio De Angelis on the other to go from 7th place to 5th in one marvellous manoeuvre. But René Arnoux has got ahead of them, and Arnoux is 4th. Arnoux now takes 3rd place by passing the Brabham of Nelson Piquet. And Keke Rosberg also catches up with Piquet to go past him for 4th place. The 4th place becomes 3rd place when René Arnoux loses time with a quick spin. Alboreto laps Elio De Angelis in the Lotus, and right at the end of the race, Nelson Piquet's engine explodes and he retires from 4th place. So Alboreto goes on to win, with Derek Warwick in 2nd place. Alboreto, the first Italian to win a Grand Prix in a Ferrari for 18 years. There's Warwick taking 2nd place, and Rosberg loses 3rd place when his car runs out of petrol half a lap from the end. So René Arnoux recovers 3rd place for Ferrari, but Rosberg still gets 4th place, 1 lap behind. Fifth is Elio De Angelis in the Lotus. Sixth, Stefan Beloff in the Tyrrell.